Yo, what's up guys, and welcome back to JP Plays. So this is going to be our second video here. As I told you guys in the first one, it's going to be an MLB video. So today we are going to be predicting the MLB 2020 playoffs with the new bracket. So for this video I'm going to be here with Joshua, also known as Cuz Gang. Check out his channel, link will be in the description below. Make sure to subscribe, hit that like button on his videos. His content is very good, and from when we're recording this, he just hit 60 subs, so he's getting up there real fast. He's growing, he's getting his sponsors, so make sure you definitely check him out. But today we're gonna be doing our predictions, like I said, and so basically we're gonna go AL first and then NL, and then so he'll give his predictions on the AL for the 1 through 8 seed. Then I'll give my predictions. He goes at first for NL. I go second for NL. So on and so forth. So we each take our turns. So Joshua, you can start off with your AL. Take your time, and if you can, explain the reasonings for why you put those teams at where they're at.
Okay. So the first is the Astros. The second is the Yankees. The third one is the Twins. Fourth, I have Tampa.
Okay.
Fifth, I have Oakland. Sixth, I have Cleveland. Seventh, I have the Angels. And eighth, I'm making a big pick here. I'm making a strong selection. The Baltimore Orioles being
What
the
the
8th seed.
hell?
They're gonna be the 8th seed, I swear.
Yeah, so you're telling me they're gonna have a better record than the Blue Jays and the Red Sox?
Yeah, hell yeah.
And most of the other teams in the AL?
I can see it happening.
Just so you guys know, as we're recording this, Garrett Cole is facing the Orioles tonight, so rest in peace to the Orioles. But alright, I actually like that. So what are your reasonings for putting those teams at where they're at?
The Astros, they're just the best team in the AL.
Without trash cans?
Simple.
Without trash cans?
Yeah, without trash cans.
Okay.
The Yankees, they're the people that can stop the Astros most times.
Alright.
So they kind of need to be high up there, and I feel like they'll be better in their division. Because to be honest, all the teams are kind of garbage compared to the Yankees. The Twins, I'm gonna say it's a tough race between the Twins and Cleveland, trying to get up to whoever leads their division. But then the Twins are just gonna overpower with all their good hitting and pitching.
Right.
The fourth, I put Tampa, because besides the best 3 teams, they're like the best one.
That really is a fair point. Yep, I agree.
The fifth, I put Oakland, because they have good hitting and a decent amount of pitching.
Yeah. The pitching lacks a little bit, but that hitting definitely makes up for it.
Six, I have Cleveland. I have a feeling that Cleveland's gonna make a strong putback.
Yeah.
In losing Corey Kluber, but I feel like they can still make something happen.
Alright.
7, Angels. Everyone has hope in the Angels. Trout, Rendon together. I feel the same thing, that they're gonna have high hopes.
Alright.
Now Baltimore.
Alright.
Everyone's saying Baltimore is the worst team in the league. I feel like they're gonna prove all of them wrong and clutch up with an 8th seed.
I'm just letting you know, guys, that is the most delusional pick I've ever heard. But alright, let's go with it. 60-game season, anything can happen. 60-game season, anything can happen. They win, 15 games in a row. They're good. But alright, getting into mine. So my AL predictions. First, I had the Twins. The Twins have actually decent pitching. They actually have a good, pitching rotation. I think their 4 and 5 lack a little bit, but it still is a really good pitching rotation. And their hitting is just incredible, hitting all those long balls all day. I think they broke the record last year for most amount of home runs by a single team ever. So I think they're going to continue on with that this season. Second, I put the Rays. So, listen, I know you, Joshua, you know, as a Yankee fan, you're gonna be like, bruh, how you gonna put the Rays over the Yankees? But listen, listen. The Yankees, right? They have decent pitching, but the Rays, their ace is Charlie Morton. He's really good, right? But Tyler Glass now, followed by, you know, Yanni Chirinos, I think he's pitching right now. You know, they have a really good pitching rotation, and as long as that could hold up, then they'll be fine. You know, they're always scoring runs. The other night they just scored, you know, 14 runs, whatever it was. So, yeah, their offense is going to carry for sure, and their pitching. Third, I had the Astros. Astros would have been the 1 seed, but once we found out that Justin Verlander was going to miss a couple starts, I think that's going to hold them back for a couple games. Pitching rotation isn't as strong as it used to be. Their 1, 2, 3 is not bad, but their 4 and 5 really lack. So, you know, if, you know, for the next couple weeks, you're not going to have Verlander, plus, you know, you might lose those games with your 4 and 5 pitchers, you know, that's going to cost them some runs and some wins. So, fourth best team, I have the Yankees. Besides those top 3 teams, they're obviously the best team. Pitching lacks, as I told you, Joshua, third person in the rotation is Jonathan Loaisiga. You know what I mean? That's not good. And any other team's bullpen, that would probably be like their 7th or 8th pitcher. But, you know, the offense is crazy. You know what I mean, Josh?
Yeah.
You know, up and down, Stanton, you know, Judge, Gardner, like, all those guys are going to carry. Glaber, can't forget Glaber. I have him win an MVP this season. Fifth, I have the A's. They're always the underdog team, I feel like. They always come from behind and pull up some crazy stuff. So, pitching, as I said before, isn't, you know, the best, but it's not that bad either, and their offense is amazing. So, I have them being 5th. 6th, also like Joshua, I have the Indians. Indians, you know, their pitching's good. You know, with Shane Bieber, Michael Clevinger leading that rotation. They have a good squad, and with the bats that they have, like Francisco Lindor, Jose Ramirez, Carlos Santana, and the big bat of Franmil Reyes. That team's going to be good in the playoffs. I'm just letting you know that right now. 7th seed, I have the White Sox. Now, the White Sox are not in a good spot. From where we are right now, they are 1 and 4. But, you know, they're gonna push, and they're gonna go on a huge winning streak like the Mets last year when the Mets went 12 and 1. I think that's gonna be the White Sox this year, and they're gonna make the playoffs, just barely though. And the 8th seed, it's a little crazy. I don't think it's as crazy as the Orioles. It's more realistic. But in a 60-game season, anything can happen. I have the Blue Jays as the 8th seed. They don't have amazing pitching, right? But leading that rotation with Hyun-Jin Ryu is not that bad, and their hitting just, you know, is amazing. Young talent, that team's gonna be very good in the next 3 years. But I think it gets started this year with the extended bracket, just making it into the playoffs, slipping in at the 8th seed. So Joshua, you could start off with your NL 1 through 8, and then explain the reasonings for why you put them there.
1 Dodgers, 2 Mets, 3 Brewers.
Okay, continue. Go ahead.
4 Braves. 5 Chicago. 6 Arizona. 7 Cincinnati. I'm going with another bold pick for the 8th seed. I'm going to have the Miami Marlins being the 8th seed.
Do you not realize that they just lost 17 of their players due to COVID-19?
Listen.
They're not going to have any of their players.
I know. These picks, my 8th seed picks are probably not going to be right, but we can have hope in them.
This is what you want. This is what you want. So, basically what you're saying is, the NL East will look like this: Mets, Braves, and then Marlins.
Hell yeah.
Alright, okay. The Mets are tied with the Marlins for first place right now, but let's see how that keeps up with the Marlins losing 17 of their players, including coaches, due to COVID-19 reasons. Okay, so starting with your 1 to 8 reasonings. I don't think you really have to have a reasoning for the Dodgers, though, right? We could just skip them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're amazing. They're amazing.
The Mets, I don't like them, but I feel like out of all the teams in the NL, they could be the second best.
You mean the first best?
The second best.
Oh, I thought you said NL East. My fault. Continue. Okay.
Third, Brewers. I feel like they could really carry in their division. Fourth, the Braves. I feel like they're just gonna be trailing behind the Mets, but just lose a couple games and.
So it's gonna be a close race.
Yeah.
Got you.
And then they're just gonna go on a losing streak last minute.
Got you.
5, we have Chicago.
The Cubbies.
Chicago, I think, is a team that has heart. It's just that their pitching is a little downfall. So
right.
And their hitting is not that good either. They have some good hitters, but they don't hit for power, more contact.
Right.
6, Arizona. They have one big star, one hit wonder, bada bing, bada boom. That's why they're 6.
Gotcha.
Cincinnati, they have a team of well-rounded players. I just don't think you're gonna carry with all those low guys. I think they need one big star and a bunch of low guys to really put the team over the top.
Right.
And then Miami is just a dream. I want Miami to have a chance.
Yeah.
Miami.
I feel like that stadium would be crazy if it was packed with people, but sucks with COVID-19. It would probably be empty stadium for the playoffs. Hopefully it's not though, because playoffs start in October, so God knows what happens into October. But
I'm going to the playoff game. Yep.
Yeah, if everything's come back, I'm going to the playoff game for the Mets, obviously. But
I'm going for the New York.
I'm obviously want the Miami Marlins to win. No, I'm kidding.
Yo, Miami Marlins pennant race.
All right. So my NL, mine starts the same as Joshua. Dodgers 1, Mets 2. Third, I have the Cubs. Fourth, I have the Braves. Fifth, the Cardinals. Sixth, the Padres. 7, the Phillies. And then 8th, I have the Reds. Now, explaining.
Not giving the Marlins a chance. 2020.
I don't think I need to explain the Dodgers. Great pitching, great hitting. Second, the Mets. I agree with Joshua. It's going to be a close race to the end between all 3 teams. The Mets, the Braves, and the Phillies. I have a feeling at one point the Mets will be in third. At one point the Braves will be in third. And at one point the Phillies will be in third. Obviously the Phillies at the end of the season. But
don't forget
I think the worst spot for the Mets is probably their bullpen, but their bullpen's actually been doing really good this season. Besides the fact of Edwin Diaz blowing that one game, but we're used to it, so we know. Hopefully we give Dylan Betances a shot and being a closer. But as long as everything holds up and Rick Porcello as a starting pitcher gets better, we will definitely hold on to the second best team in the NL. Third, I have the Cubs. The Cubs play with heart. I think the one reason why I have doubt for the Cubs is because of their new manager David Ross. He has a very good connection with the players like Anthony Rizzo. He won a World Series with him and Chris Bryant and Javi Baez, all those guys. But I feel like he's just gonna be way too close to the players, and I feel like he won't take it serious at times. So yeah, but I still have them winning the division. They have just great talent on their team. The one thing that might hold them back is the starting pitching, but I got hope. Fourth is the same as Joshua, the Braves. Braves will have a close race with the Mets. I think the Mets will win the division by 2 games. And yeah, I think it's gonna come down to the last time that the Mets faced the Braves, and I think the Mets will take that series. Fifth, I had the Cardinals. Cardinals have great pitching and good hitting. They made it all the way to the NLCS last year against the Nationals. They got swept by the Nationals, but they still have a great team, and I'm looking forward to seeing what they do if they make the postseason this year. Sixth, the Padres. The Padres are first in the NL West right now, but with the Dodgers stacked lineup, they're gonna get hot, really hot. And but I think the Padres will continue to play well, and they will make the playoffs as a 6th seed. 7th seed, I have the Phillies. Great hitting. I like the additions that they added with Wheeler and Gregorius. I think the Wheeler deal was a little bit too expensive, but still a really good pickup there. He pitched great for the Mets. But the one reason why I don't have the Phillies over the Braves or the Mets is just their pitching. The pitching lacks. So hopefully they don't blow it. But either they're gonna be the 7th seed or they won't make the playoffs. I don't even think they'll make the 8th seed. It has to be the 7th seed for them. Their pitching, if they're on the borderline of making the playoffs, it's gonna be the pitching that's gonna lose hope for them. But I have hope. Not really hope because I hate the Phillies. I'm a Mets fan. But I still see them doing decent. And then 8th, I have the Reds. Reds are a great team. They're starting off slow. They have great hitting and great pitching. But they play in a wiffle ball park. I mean, the ball just flies. Good for them, but at the same time, they're going to give up a lot of runs. And their bullpen isn't amazing, so we'll see how that holds up. So, yeah, that's my reasonings. So, Joshua, here's how we're going to do things, alright? So, we're going to start off. I'm going to start off by doing my predictions on the playoff bracket. We're going to start off with the AL again.
Yes.
So, I'll give my predictions all the way until who will win the American League Championship. And then you'll give your reasoning, and then I'll go first for NL, and then you'll go second. And I hope you're okay over there. But, alright, here we go. So, as you know, the first round is 2 out of 3. So, you could see a lot of upset victories if a team has a better pitching rotation. First seed versus 8th seed, I have obviously the Twins versus the Blue Jays. I have the Twins sweeping the Blue Jays. I think the Blue Jays will put up runs, but I mean that Twins lineup is just disgusting, and they have great pitching as well. So I see the Twins beating the Blue Jays 2-0 in that series. The second series, I have the Rays versus the White Sox. I think the Rays will beat the White Sox in 3 games because I think Lucas Giolito is going to pitch a gem whatever game he pitches. Hopefully it's either 1 or 2. It will probably be 1. But yeah, the Rays, just amazing lineup and amazing hitting. Astros versus Indians. I like the idea of Astros versus Indians. They face each other a lot. I actually have the Indians moving over the Astros. Now, this is the reasoning. Justin Verlander versus Shane Bieber, game 1. Justin Verlander will pick up the W. Alright? So it's going to be 1-0 Astros. But I don't know about Greinke in the playoffs, man. I don't know. It's something about him. And I think of versus Clevenger, I think Clevenger will get that dub. And then it all comes down to their third starter. And honestly, I think the Indians have a better third starter than the Astros. The Astros' third starter will probably be Lance McCullers. And the Indians' third guy is Carlos Carrasco. So I think the Indians will take the dub. And then last but not least, the 4 versus 5 seed. The Yankees versus the Astros. I mean, the Yankees versus the Astros. The Yankees versus the Athletics. Had the Yankees sweeping the A's, but I'm just letting you know if it does go down to elimination game, the A's will win because the Yankees pitching sucks. But yeah, I have the Yankees sweeping the A's. So now it would be the 1 versus 4 team, right, Joshua? If I'm correct?
Yes.
1 versus 4 and then 2 versus 6. For me, because that's how I did it. Okay. So Twins versus Yankees. This is best out of 7. I have the... Whew, this is hard. I'm gonna have the Twins beating... this is hard, man. I'm gonna have the Yankees beating the Twins, but in 7 games. The reason why I don't think the Yankees will win in fewer games is just because that 3, 4, and 5 is going to cost them. So, one of those 3, 4, and 5 guys is going to have to pitch well. And I think one of them will. So, Game 7 victory for the Yankees. And then, the second game would be the Yankees. No, hold up. I'm so confused with these. Because isn't there supposed to be... Oh, yeah, 4 teams. Okay. Yeah, so it would be the Rays versus the Indians. I think that the Rays will pick up the W in 6 games against the Indians, setting up a ALCS, which will be the Yankees versus the Rays. And the winner of the AL division, I guess you call it, the AL champions, will be the Tampa Bay Rays. It's the pitching. It's the pitching, man. I love the Yankees. I don't love the Yankees, but I love their hitting. Their hitting's amazing, but that pitching for them is just it's not gonna go well. So I have the Rays beating the Yankees in the ALCS in 7 games. The Rays move on to the World Series. Now your predictions for the AL.
Astros versus Baltimore. We're obviously having Baltimore win this. No, I'm kidding. I'm gonna have the Astros win. Yankees versus Angels. We're gonna have the Yankees pull off the victory.
Okay.
Twins versus Cleveland. I'm gonna have Cleveland pick up the victory here.
Yep, Cleveland's gonna do good.
Tampa versus Oakland. We're gonna have Oakland.
Wow. All right.
Pick up the victory.
So you don't even have the Rays getting out the first round, and I have the Rays going to the World Series. All right.
Yeah, nobody likes the Rays.
All right. Continue.
Astros, Yankees. We're gonna have the Yankees beat the Astros. There's no meme.
Okay.
Cleveland versus Oakland. We're gonna have Cleveland move on.
Okay.
And then we're gonna have the Yankees versus Cleveland. Cleveland's never gonna have a World Series run again. So the Yankees are going to the World Series.
Got you. So we both have the Yankees moving on to the ALCS at least. At least. So
Yes.
the Yankees are gonna do good this year. That's what we're both saying basically. The Yankees are gonna do good. All right. So the NL. First is gonna be the Dodgers versus Reds. Dodgers sweep the Reds. Second will be the Mets versus Phillies, and the Mets will sweep the Phillies. Just the pitching. Then it will be the Cubs versus the Padres. The Cubs will pick up the victory against the Padres in 3 games. And then the Braves versus the Cardinals. The Braves will beat the Cardinals in 3 games. So moving on to the best out of 7 series. We have the Dodgers versus the Braves. I have the Dodgers beating the Braves in 7. Then the other matchup, I have the Mets versus the Cubs. I have the Mets sweeping the Cubs just like they did in 2015. Cubs don't have the pitching. Sorry. So that's setting up for NLCS, Dodgers versus Mets. I think this game will be taken to 7 games, in which I have the LA Dodgers moving on to the World Series. You heard it me. You heard it from me. You heard it from me. The Mets won't make it to the World Series. Next year is their year. They will have Syndergaard back. So I think that's definitely going to give them that push. I think they're going to have a big trade over this offseason. Now, here's the thing for me. I do not have the Dodgers completely moving on against that. If the Mets make a big trade before this trade deadline, on August 31st, the Mets will win, which I think they will do, but right now we don't know. So if they go out and get a guy, I think they will be getting Francisco Lindor. So the reason why I say that is they have Rosario. Rosario's only 24, but you know, Francisco Lindor is just about to go into his prime. So if they make that trade, I got the Mets going to the World Series. So it'll either be Tampa Bay for me versus the Mets or the Dodgers. So realistically, the Dodgers, but it's my prediction, so I have the Rays versus the Mets moving on to the World Series. Now, my winner for the 2020 World Series, the most weirdest season that has ever happened in Major League Baseball history. The winner in 7 games goes to the New York Mets, baby. I got the Mets winning. Listen, it's the Mets. The Mets are amazing. The amazing Mets. They're amazing. Call me Junior Draft Neck Mark. If you don't know who he is, check out his YouTube channel. I don't care if I'm a biased fan. I don't care. The Mets are amazing. You gotta believe. I got the Mets winning the 2020 World Series, and I got them repeating in 2021. Just so you know. Just so you know.
I smell some cap.
No, but yeah, I don't think they'll repeat, but they'll win this year. Now go ahead, Joshua. Your NL bracket.
Okay, Dodgers versus Miami. We're gonna have the Miami Marlins.
You're funny.
You think I'm joking? They're gonna. No, I'm kidding. We're gonna have the Dodgers, Mets versus Cincinnati. Gonna have the Mets. Brewers versus D-backs. We're gonna have the Brewers. Braves versus Chicago. We're gonna have Chicago.
Okay.
And we have Dodgers and Mets. Dodgers and
What? The Dodgers don't face the Mets.
That's rigged.
That's not how it works. Wait, who won your second? Not the. It was Chicago versus the Braves. So the Dodgers face Chicago, and then the Mets face. Who was your other team? That moved on. Yeah, and the Mets. No, the Mets. Wait, no, hold on. Mets face.
Isn't it the first in the whoever wins the first two brackets face against each other? That's how the NBA does it.
No, I don't think that's how the MLB is doing it then. So the Mets will be facing off against the who was that team? The Cubs, because the Cubs were lower than the Brewers in your bracket, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So the Mets will be facing the Cubs, and then the Dodgers will be facing the Brewers. So Dodgers versus Brewers. Who do you have winning that?
The Dodgers, I guess.
Okay, and then the Mets versus the Cubs.
I guess the Mets.
Okay, and then your NLCS Dodgers Mets. We all see.
Dodgers.
Yeah. Okay. So you're setting up Yankees versus Dodgers.
Yes.
All right. So there you go, Josh. Who is your World Series winner versus the Yankees versus the Dodgers?
Yankees, yeah.
I smell cap. They don't have pitching, bro. I'm sorry. They're not.
Stop capping.
They're not gonna win. They don't have pitching. I'm sorry. I hate to break it to you, but it's true. But alright. So that's gonna do it here for this one. We both have our biased opinions. Yankees winning for him. Mets winning for me. Go figure. We love Cap.
For both sides, yes.
Yep. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this one. Subscribe, hit that like button, and remember to turn on post notifications. So yeah, remember to check out Cuz Gang, link will be in the description, and make sure to turn on post notifications so you can see when I upload. I upload every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so check that out. Maybe put in a live stream here and then, but won't be all the time. But yeah, hope you guys like this video, and Friday will either be a Fortnite or a Watch Dogs video, so stay tuned. Love y'all so much. Peace out, baby.